Hello, folks. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in the show. I am your host, Mr. A, and this is the Ready Talk Boxing, double RT Boxing, baby. And today we're going to give a breakdown and prediction on the February 3rd bout, the WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Edition. IBF champion Murat Gassiev taking on WBA regular Yunier Dorticos. Two knockout artists. So yes, I do not see this one going the distance. We're going to break down and I will give you that prediction on who will get this knockout. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get this show on the road. So going with the IBF champion who just is coming off his first round defeat of Christoph, a third round knockout stoppage, a nice uppercut, then doubled it to the chest, body, what shot you want to call it, floored him. And Yunier Dorticos is coming off. He knocked out the other Russian guy. Can't think of his name, but first round or second round knockout, I believe it was. Overhand right, floored him. I want to say Ruslan, but I'm not too sure. Now, this fight, undefeated knockout artists. Murat Gassiev, 25-0, 18 KOs, 69% KO ratio, 108 rounds, 24 years young, 66 3.5 with a 76-inch, and he's orthodontics, fighting out of Russia. Now, everyone knows him as a power hitter. Like I said, these two guys are very familiar style, similar style to Better Be. Very similar to the way they approach the fight, the way they stance, and throw their punches, everything. Now, what gives Better Be's problem? The same thing that gives Gassiev problems. Someone with a jab. And what does Yunier come in this ring with? An 80-inch reach with a 22-0 record, 21 knockouts. Now he only has 61 rounds to 108 rounds. He's 31 years old. He's in that boxing prime age, 6'3.5", same height. But again, they're both orthodontics fighters, but you got a Gassiev a 76-inch reach going against an 80-inch reach. And the only fight that really gave Gassiev problems was Isaiah Thomas. He was moving around that ring, popping him, peppering him with that jab. He just didn't have no power. And he had an 80-inch reach. And he was 6'4". So give 1 inch. Should be a very interesting fight. Now, as far as the breakdown, the lower half of these gentlemen, these warriors, these knockout artists, Gassiev, he uses his legs, his feet, just basically his feet are just to stalk you down, walk you down. He don't cut off the ring. He's just going to walk you down, and he's going to generate power with his legs. That's what he uses his lower half for. Whereas Dorticos, he uses his legs to generate a lot of leverage in his 1-2. A lot of leverage in that 1-2. He uses his feet to circle his opponent. You know, he could turn his opponent and he's able to fight comfortably going forward, backwards, and circling. So his feet work is decent enough to give him that. So I'm going to give the feet work, because where I say Gassiev, he's either going to walk you down, trap you, and then throw his bombs, his body shots, or he's gonna like lunge in like with a stutter step with a jab. He can't really punch on the move. So if I'm going legs and feet, to Dorticos. Defensively, oh, Gassiev just eats up punches. Like he either parries your punch, uh, peekaboo, eats it up on his arms, and then just his brute force is his defense. You know, his brute strength offense. Like I said, he just gonna sit there and parry you and poof, hit you. Where Dorticos, he keeps the gap with his long jab. And I said previously, he can use lateral feet work. He's not gonna be like skating around the ring. He can walk around the ring. You know, so I said occasionally he might slip a here and there, but he's more with just a gap control with his jab, keeping the proper spacing with his feet work, and just 1-2 on you. So defensively, these guys are keeping enough distance so they can land their power shots. But with the gap control, I said Gassiev does pretty good at parrying punches. He'll parry them down and psh. But I like how Dorticos can at least walk around the ring, do a 1-2. But where Dorticos is open, he has a strong 1-2. But sometimes he'll go 1-2, and he'll like kind of like bring it back slow and kind of watch it. You know, 1-2. He could, if you could like throw right during his recoil time, he sometimes watches his work too much after that too, and that's gonna be if he brings it back fast, he'll be okay. But if he watches his work against Gassiev, something powerful could come back after that too when he's bringing his arm back. Sometimes he brings it back low, or he brings it back slow. So that's the one open I found that's really bad for Dorticos. After that 1-2, it's a pause when he brings it back, and he could get cracked. But still, I'm going to lean with the defense of him for his little walkabouts on, and he could punch on the moves. I think that helps him. It would help him eat up time and just get points. Because Gassiev is going to go for power shots, knockout run, knock you out punches. You could build up points while he's waiting for his big shot. Now, offensively, Gassiev, jab for jab, I'm going where Dorticos calls the long reach. He applies it better. That's his main game, the 1-2, the 1-2. Body work, they both do good body work. They both hit hard to the body. But I'm going to lean slightly with Gassiev on this because, you know, that left hook of his, I see him floor his last opponent and Lebenev. So I think he's a little more consistent with that left hook to the body, while Dorticos is consistent more with the 1-2 jab. So they both do what they're not consistent. They do it feel like Dorticos does have hooks to the body, while Gassiev does have a jab, but he's more of a hooker to the body and upstairs, while Dorticos is more of a 1-2 and a less hooker to the body, but he does it. So jabs go to Dorticos, body work goes to Gassiev. Variation in punches, you're gonna get a heavy doses of 1-2s from Dorticos. Some strong left hooks, but if Gassiev comes in with that peekaboo and leaning over inside, he will catch an uppercut. Dorticos has a nice strong uppercut to go with that left hook. While Gassiev, as I mentioned earlier, his last foe, he doubled up the left, a hook, then an uppercut. Uppercut to the body, then to like he uppercut the head, then the uppercut to like the chest area, got him out. Oh, so they both have about the same arsenal. They just use it differently. Body hooks, Gassiev, jabs, Dorticos, punch variation. Who has more? Like I said, jabbing 1-2s for. I was slightly lean, even though they're both very repetitive. I think more comes from Dorticos. Like I said, he has a 1-2, a hook, and you gotta watch out for the uppercut. Where Gassiev just has those hooks and that strong lead. You can say that one's balanced because they both do an inside uppercut. They have a hook. They have a the variations very simple, very basic selection of punches. Now, as my prediction, before we get into that, just a reminder, you're watching the Double RT Boxing Show, baby. Thank you for tuning in. Give the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not. Now, my prediction for this fight, like I said earlier, it is going to be a knockout. And the new IBF champion, Yunier Dorticos, I think with that 4-inch reach advantage, he's going to nullify the onslaught of pressure that Gassiev usually brings with that different levels of intensity of the jab, touch the jab, a little just power levels, 3 jabs, 4 jabs, level 6, level 7, just touch them, then boom, come to 2, and then he will be able to turn Gassiev, keep Gassiev a little off, resetting his feet so the power won't always be there. If you can take Gassiev punches from like 8s to 6 or his 10s to 7s, that might be good, or 10s to 8 even. Gassiev could hit hard as hell. Now Gassiev is gonna have, like I said, Gassiev's chance is gonna be at the 1-2 when Dorticos does pause. Is it gonna be open for that body, so the left hook to the body, then double it upstairs? Because it's gonna be there. There's a little pause, but I think Dorticos will mainly just jab him, eventually just wear him down. Because like Better Be, Gassiev just walks you down, and he's not as mobile as Better Be, but at least Better Be kind of lean, like rocks to the side, where Gassiev just comes, and I think he's just gonna get picked off with jabs and eventually knocked out like in 7. I think 7 here. He'll get him. And the new IBF champion, Dorticos. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I am Mr. A. I'm going to stay ready. You stay ready. Ready, talk boxing. Thumb it up, baby.